If you're feeling lost and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know how you can become the best version of yourself, I want you to know that a lot of the answers are actually within you. You just need to find them. But there will be a few answers that you don't have. There will be things that you don't know. And I can help you find those answers. I run a community that is dedicated to helping young men live purposeful lives and reach their full potential. And in the community, we are leveling up every day. We speak about confidence, we speak about mindset, we speak about getting big in the gym, we speak about all the things that pertain to a young man's life. We're all trying to reach our full potential. We're all on the same path. And if you want to join us on that journey, click the link in my description and join my community. But in this video, I'm going to help you get back on the right track. I'm going to give you some ways that you can start answering some of the questions that you have and get back on track and help you reach your full potential. So the first thing you need to do is you need to spend more time alone. You probably spend a lot of time with other people, but not much time on your own with your thoughts. I used to read a lot of poetry, and there was one poet I came across called Philip Larkin. And in one of his poems, he said this really profound phrase. He said, "Loneliness clarifies." I didn't understand it at first, but I began to understand it more and more as I actually spent time alone. It's only when you're alone that you can clarify a lot of the things that are going on in your life. You can start to make sense of them and understand what's going on. It was when I hit rock bottom and I was forced to be alone and to try and figure out what was going on in life and what I wanted from life that I was able to make sense of it. But I couldn't have done that if I was surrounded by people. I had to be alone to find myself. So stop surrounding yourself by people all the time. I'm not saying cut off your friends. I'm not saying delete all their numbers and stay in your house all day. But spend some time alone. That's how you really discover who you are deep down inside. Another thing I want you to do, the second thing, is cut out distractions. All of these unnecessary distractions. All of this easy dopamine. Stop talking to girls that you don't have any plans with. You don't actually see yourself having a future with them. You're just talking with them for leisure. Cut out that distraction. Stop scrolling on your phone every day. Because these things distract you from what actually matters. If you're lost and you're trying to find your way, these things are going to distract you from really facing that root problem and actually getting to the bottom of it. So cut out these distractions. I used to spend way too long on my phone. And the reason I was actually on my phone, and the reason you're probably on your phone, is because you're trying to escape from those problems. It's a form of escapism. But as I said already, if you keep on escaping, you're just allowing the problem to build up more and more and more. I actually read this story one time, and it spoke about how there was this baby dragon in the house. And this kid kept saying to his mother, "There's a baby dragon." And the mom said, "No, don't worry about it." And she'd just be cleaning up all the mess that this baby dragon was creating, but she wouldn't actually acknowledge there was a baby dragon in the house. And she kept doing this for years and years until eventually the dragon had grown so big that the whole house was built around the dragon. So the dragon's head is literally going through the roof and the mom's still sweeping things up. And what that story is supposed to explain, if you have no clue what's going on here, is you can ignore a problem and try and focus on other things, going on your phone, talking to girls, watching Netflix instead of facing this problem, being with your friends, going to parties. But that problem, if it's not addressed, is just going to keep on piling up and growing until it gets to a point where it's not manageable. You need to face that problem, cut out these distractions, and directly address this problem. Get out a sheet of paper, get your journal out. My journal is somewhere here. Get your journal out, get it out. Write down your thoughts. actually think about why you're thinking those things. Think about if those thoughts are valid or not. A lot of people ask me about depression. In fact, I was on a live stream on TikTok yesterday and someone was asking me about it. And I said that for a lot of people, depression is your mind telling you that something is wrong. And it's telling you something is wrong because you're not living your life in the right way. All of your habits are destructive. You don't do anything productive with your life. You know you have desires in your heart, you have goals and dreams, and you're ignoring them. And your mind is feeling depressed because it's telling you you need to change something. So don't be the person who ignores those signs and lets things get worse and worse and worse. You need to address that problem right now, today. As soon as you finish this video, address the problem. Get out your notepad, write down your thoughts and address that problem. Draw a mind map like we did back in school and start figuring things out. Actually think. People don't think anymore. People don't think because they're so distracted. Imagine you want to actually have a profound thought, a thought that is your own, and then you pick up your phone and you get distracted and you don't actually have that thought. So all of your thoughts are just the things that you're consuming on social media, the memes, the trends, your friends' lives, people that you've never met and probably never will meet's lives. Those are your thoughts. You don't have any thoughts of your own. Do you not see a problem with that? Do you not understand why you're lost? You need to fix this. Cut out these distractions. Face this problem head on. I promise you, your life will improve so quickly, the same way it did for me. And I want that to happen for you. I don't want you to be lost forever. You have a big plan and purpose in this world. You're not here by accident. You're here for a reason. But you will only ever find out that reason and fulfill the plans that have been made for your life if you lock in, if you focus, if you address these problems that are in your life and you cut out these distractions. So make sure you do this. Gosh. But the next thing you need to do, if you want to get back on the right track, is you need to ask yourself questions. Again, linking back to people not thinking, ask yourself questions. Start to have conversations with yourself. Become your best friend. People genuinely don't know themselves. Someone was asking me one time, should I get in a relationship? When should I do this? I want a girl. And I asked him, do you even know yourself? And obviously, he said, yeah, I do. But then after a while, he said, I don't know if I do. He didn't know the answer. And the reason why he didn't know the answer is because most people don't know themselves. You don't spend enough time alone. You don't talk to yourself the way you talk to other people. So you could be trying to get into a relationship and you could be trying to get to know a girl. But how are you going to get to know a girl if you don't know yourself first? And how is she going to get to know you if you don't know yourself? You need to ask yourself questions. You need to understand why you are the way that you are. This can be done through reading books as well. But ask yourself questions and be willing to wait long enough to find that answer. And when you get that answer, be humble enough to accept the answer. This is so important. Get to know yourself. Become your best friend. Really, really know yourself inside and out. Ask questions. This will change the game for you. I promise you, people don't think anymore in our distracted world. It's a shame, but you're going to start thinking because you're watching this video. If you want more help on topics like these, talking about self-awareness, getting back on the right track when you're feeling lost, then join my community. I genuinely want you to reach your full potential. We are all in this together. all on the same path. We all want to achieve similar things, be great, live lives that matter, be able to provide for those that we love. We want to reach our full potential. So join myself and the like-minded individuals in my community on that journey. Click the link in my description. Join today. I'll see you inside. But anyway, that's the end.